came home from a business trip, and one thing in my driveway ended our 2-year relationship instantly. Everything between us was incredibly solid. I mean, we were genuinely amazing together for 2 entire years, building a life, talking about buying a house. But we had one absolute non-negotiable rule. About 6 months into dating, he started looking at motorcycles online. Nothing serious, just browsing, but my chest instantly tightened. I sat him down, looked him dead in the eye, and told him the absolute hardest truth of my life. My older brother passed away in a horrific motorcycle crash when I was just 19 years old. I told him, very calmly, that he was an adult. He could do whatever he wanted with his own money and his own time, but I would never, ever stay with someone who rode. The anxiety would literally destroy me from the inside out. He got very quiet. He squeezed my hand, looked so incredibly empathetic, and swore to me that he completely understood. He promised me right then and there that I was worth so much more than some stupid bike. I believed him completely, because why wouldn't I? 3 months ago, I had to fly out to Chicago for a massive 4-day marketing seminar for my firm. He played the role of the perfect supportive partner flawlessly. He packed my favorite snacks in my carry-on bag. He drove me to the airport at 4 in the morning. He texted me every single day to say good luck and called me every night from our couch asking how my big presentations went. It felt so incredibly normal, so loving, and so safe. But that whole time, that absolute sweet talk was just a calculated smokescreen. He was actively using my absence, pulling me into this false sense of security to pull off the ultimate betrayal, completely hidden behind good morning texts and little red heart emojis. I took a yellow cab home from the airport, totally exhausted, but so incredibly excited to see him. As the car pulled up to our driveway, my stomach completely dropped into my shoes. There it was, a massive, matte black cruiser, gleaming right in front of our garage doors. He walked out the front door, wiping black grease off his hands, grinning like a little kid on Christmas morning. He kissed my cheek and casually mentioned his buddy, Dean. Convinced him to pull the trigger while I was gone. He actually chuckled. He laughed and said Dean told him I would be furious for a day. But once he took me for a ride, I would realize how fun it was, and just get over it. Standing there on the pavement, staring at his smiling face, that is when the glass totally shattered in my brain. It was not about the stupid metal machine. It was the sickening, terrifying realization that he had weaponized my absence. He weighed my deep, agonizing trauma against a joyride with his frat boyfriend, and he decided that I was weak enough to just fold. He held out a spare, shiny black helmet toward me and told me to hop on for a spin. The absolute audacity of it made my blood run ice cold. I didn't scream. I took the heavy helmet from his hands, lifted it up above my head, and dropped it straight onto the concrete driveway. It made this sickening, loud crack that echoed through the whole neighborhood, sending pieces of the visor flying. His smile instantly vanished. He yelled, asking what the hell was wrong with me, calling me a dramatic, crazy psycho. I stepped right into his personal space, forced him to look into my eyes, and said, "You didn't just buy a bike. You looked me in the face, used my dead brother's tragedy to play the good guy, and then waited until I was 1,000 miles away to stab me in the back. We are completely, entirely done." He tried to grab my arm, stammering that we could just talk about it inside. I shoved his hand away, walked straight into the house, grabbed my pre-packed travel bag from the hallway, and walked right back out to the street. It has been exactly 3 weeks, and the emotional fallout is suffocating. He absolutely refuses to tell his friends the real reason I left, so now I am getting flooded with angry text messages from our mutuals, calling me a controlling, toxic nightmare of a girlfriend. I have dozens of voicemails from him, alternating between pathetic crying and violently screaming that I threw away 2 years of love over nothing. Sometimes late at night, when my new apartment is totally quiet, I hear a motorcycle revving out on the distant highway, and my chest gets incredibly tight all over again. A small, dark part of my brain wonders if I really did overreact, if I threw away something good. But then I look at the heavy brass deadbolt on my door, and I realize mourning the ghost of a relationship is infinitely better than waiting for the man you love to destroy you all over again.